Hello, champions. How are you? Well, every time I say and ask you guys to action, this is what happens in everybody's brain. They kind of get into thinking about all the challenges that they have in business and how all of those challenges kind of restrict and stop you from taking that action. So in today's video, I am going to discuss about where those challenges really come from and how you can go about addressing them. This video is like a mini MBA in just one video. Well, almost. Keep watching. Welcome back, champions. So when it comes to taking actions, we as small business owners must always start from revenue generating activities. I know in the current scheme of things, you may have a lot of questions with respect to this. How do I get sales? What is this all talk about online? Does my business even require online? Will I ever go online? Should I do SEO or Google ads or so many other technical jargons that are thrown at me? I'm completely confused. I am coming up with a free webinar, Get Set Online, on 8th of August, Saturday, 8 p.m. This, my friend, is a webinar that you absolutely must not miss. It will set you up to go and propel your business in this COVID infected era. You don't want to miss this. So how do we go about resolving the business challenges that we encounter when we are trying to action some improvement? So with business challenges, first things first, the only rule that applies is not trying to solve the problem itself. Because when you try and do that, you will end up managing the problem. And managing the problem does not mean the problem disappears. What the Indian government is doing right now, the lockdowns, is managing the problem. That does not make the virus go away. So what you should do instead? Well, you should look at the root causes and solve those root causes. Action there. Imagine your business like a house. A strong house has a very strong foundation. And by foundation here I mean a very strong business model. Business model means your very idea of business. What is it that you are selling? Who you are selling to? Does that who really require your service? Are there too many providers, too lesser providers? How do you reach with what you are selling to the person who needs it? All of that. If this very idea has a problem, you will end up with cash flow related issues. You will never have the right budgets to do the right thing. And when you don't have the budgets to do the right thing, you will end up becoming frugal minded and you will do the so-called jugaad to manage the problems. And when you're managing the problem, you are actually not making the problem disappear. Once the foundation is right, then you got to have pillars. There are two pillars in the house of business. Number one, your people. Things can go wrong when you don't have the right number of people or you don't have the right kind of people. When I say right number of people, it's very easy to understand. But when I say right kind of people, that's where the problem really starts. Most small business owners end up recruiting people who are available. Not necessary that the person who is available has the skill to do the job that you want him to do. And a lot of other times, people end up recruiting a person and asking him to do everything in the business. Typically a CEO at a salary of an executive. Not possible, right? You cannot expect a small dog to fight with a stallion which is running in the race course, right? It will always lose. So go with the right kind of person and the right number of people. To go with this, if you have budget constraints, then fix your foundation. The second pillar of the house is called infrastructure. Now, you know what? When you have the right kind of people, you also need the right kind of infrastructure for this man to win the battle. A soldier may be superbly brave to go and face the enemy, but if he does not have the right gun, he will get killed. Gun here is the infrastructure. So when you go for infrastructure in the business, you buy computers, you buy a software, or you buy a place to even sit, your office. Do not compromise there. A good environment and good infrastructure is only going to add to your turnover and your profitability. Don't look at that as a cost. Having said that, don't go overboard as well. So you don't need a computer that is a supercomputer for an executive task. But at the same time, don't compromise on that also. Don't go with second-hand computers that break every now and then, or a software that does not really have the kind of features that you need, and therefore, but it's cheap. So you have to do a workaround. Now, you didn't buy a software to do a workaround. You bought a software so that your time is saved, so that people can do more. By saving that 10-20% on the software price, if you are made to do the workaround, it's not worth it. So once you have your two pillars standing tall, then is a time to build a super strong wall. This wall is nothing but processes, procedures, which means trackers, formats, checklist. These formats and procedures that you develop will make sure that things are done in a disciplined way. Things are done in a single way, standard way. Because anything that is done in a standard way is easy to monitor, is easy to control, and kind of gives everybody a sense of achievement. Why? Because they just have to follow the process. The result is an outcome of how beautifully the process itself is designed. Like I always say, chaos is opposite of clarity. Processes bring clarity. Every house is incomplete without a roof that protects us from rain, wind, etc. In case of business, measurement is roof. Measurement tells us how well we are performing. Measurement tells us whether we are going at the right speed. Measurements tell us if our strategy, our idea is working or not working. And it protects us from the failures that can happen in the business. A good measurement system can be a reason for why you win against your competitor. And a bad measurement system can be a reason of your absolute failure. This whole philosophy that I just explained to you, we call it the house of Propel. This house, if you think of for your business, figure out where are the cracks. Is it the foundation? Is it the people pillar? Is it the infrastructure pillar? Is your wall not made properly? Or do you have a leaking roof? Fix these problems at the root, and these are the roots. Since you've reached so far, I'm sure you loved the video. So hit a like button and show your love. Be vocal for local. And I am your local boy, your consultant helping your company grow. Don't only show the love to me, spread the love. Share this video with your friends, colleagues, the other business owners that you know, and help them propel. In return, you and your business is going to get blessed. Until we meet next time, keep propelling.